You told millions of Americans you were going to make America healthy again. And now you're protecting glyphosate. Explain that. Because this is not 5D chess. There's no secret master plan. I couldn't realize that everything that we were told and promised, there is zero master plan. This is what looks like corporate capture. And if you voted for the MAHA movement, you deserve answers. Am I right? Now, let's rewind, because the MAHA movement was not fringe. It was not some crunchy left-wing food cult. It was conservatives. It was parents. It was gym guys, gym bros, longevity people. It was people tired of watching America become the sickest developed nation on earth. What we have in America that you see starkly different than everywhere else in the world is obesity, autoimmune diseases, skyrocketing cancer rates, metabolic dysfunction, children on 5 medications before puberty. That's what you're seeing. And a lot of that points back to food. We're given ultra-processed garbage, chemical additives, artificial dyes, and pesticide residues. That was the pitch. Clean it up. End corporate poisoning. Stop protecting these chemical giants and put Americans first. That's what people voted for. We voted for Americans to be put first. Now, I'm going to keep this on topic because I could go off the hinges about how we've been shown that nothing that is happening is American voters first. Nothing I've seen. Saw bureaucratic lobbyists, people getting paid, large corporations. So let's talk about what just happened. Let's look at the optics. Number one, FDA retreats from banning artificial food dyes. Yep, we were promised that. We were told that. It says, experts say new labeling could deceive consumers as dangerous substances still allowed under new rules. They're furious. We were promised that was going to be gone, right? Glyphosate declared as a national defense priority. National defense, guys. That was the way that they circumvented the system to make that happen. It's unreal. Executive language instructing agencies not to endanger corporate viability. Yes. Put corporations first is what they said. DOJ positioning that limits liability exposure for producers. Just like with the big pharma, the same thing. Oh, we'll pump you full of the hokey pokey, but if something happens, it's not on us. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup. The same glyphosate that has been the center of thousands of lawsuits. The same glyphosate that juries have ruled caused harm in multiple civil cases. The same glyphosate that RFK Jr. previously argued was linked to cancer. And I got the receipts.
That glyphosate causes cancer. I believe.
Wow. What changed? Now suddenly it's national security, a national defense priority. Corporate viability must be protected. They got to make their money. Americans, it's okay that it's hurting you, but we need these big corporations to make their millions of dollars, billions of dollars. And that's why you see people like myself asking questions. Now, let's talk about something that should make you uncomfortable. This is what I've been pointing to for months now. Lobbying overlap. You have Ballard Partners, Mercury, Bayer, Pfizer. High-level political operatives, former lobbyists now holding executive power. And when you see the same names pop up, when you see former lobbyists now sitting inside of Trump's administration, when you see the DOJ stepping in protect corporate liability. And let me show you. Miss Pam Bondi. Oh, lobbyist. Ballard Company. Get out of here. And the DOJ is protecting them right now? No way. That's just a coincidence. Jack, you're a freaking tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. If you're wondering why Trump would boost production of weed killer linked to cancer, here's your answer. Bayer, the pharmaceutical giant behind the glyphosate-based herbicide Roundup, donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration last year. It was Bayer's first ever inaugural donation. No way. Come on, dude. You're lying again. People are going to ask, man, is this policy? Or is it payback? Is it payback for, hey, man, you took care of me. Remember when I donated to you? Can you take care of us? Come on, Pam, you were on payroll, girl. Come on, take care of us. Is this America first or donor first? Because everything I've seen in the past year is donor first. Who donated the most? Who kissed the ring? Who's building that damn ballroom up there? Bill Gates, who was freaking heavily in the e-file, should be up there before Congress. He's not. Case closed. These optics are brutal. And you ain't stupid. Us voters ain't stupid. The thing that hurts me the most is that it's just before our eyes. It's almost like at the State of the Union, the same Pam Bondi, look at her smirk when she was asked about the e-files, and she says the Dow is up. Look.
Primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7.
Oh, she loved that he did that he brought out the Dow. You know, I liked RFK Jr., man. The dude's fit. He talks the game. He seems to be the guy. He built his whole reputation on attacking corporate corruption in health policy. That is his thing. He publicly stated glyphosate causes cancer. He built his credibility on going after pharmaceutical giants. He ran on cleaning up the system. Now, silence, soft language, now security framing. He backed Donald Trump's decision to keep glyphosate. That is not just a pivot. That is a full-on reversal, ladies and gentlemen. And the MAHA base sees it. You can't spend years calling something poison and then call it strategic agricultural infrastructure. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. You don't get to do both without explaining yourself. Now, let's dissect their national security argument, their justification. The argument is glyphosate production is critical to American agriculture. If we limit it, we weaken domestic food supply. Weak food supply equals national vulnerability. That's the argument. Now, here's the counter question. If something is harmful long-term, is weakening the population metabolically not also a national security issue? A sick population is a weak population. High cancer rates are not strength, ladies and gentlemen. Chronic illness is not resilience. Dependency on pharmaceuticals is not sovereignty. And I would say, if MAHA meant anything, it meant national strength through health. Talk about national security, stop killing Americans with their food. Period. So you have to ask yourself, why are we protecting chemical giants instead of investing in transition solutions? That's the real debate. So they say we need it. Why not figure out some way? We spend billions of dollars on nonsense to figure out something that works, something that protects Americans, that keeps us healthy. Really, it doesn't make sense at all. I really should have knew things were bad whenever I saw RFK Jr. sitting on there eating a couple Big Macs and such. I really should have, and he has apple pie there, I think, too. I really should have knew better that day. I should have knew it was all bullshit. Look, I mean, McDonald's is good. It is. It's addictive. But here's where people start raising eyebrows. The language about protecting corporate viability, corporate profits. The DOJ fighting liability exposure. So we got Pam Bondi who's saying, you know what, even if you get sick and get hurt from this, you can't sue my old boss. Efforts to block cases from advancing. When the government shields corporations from civil accountability, that ain't a free market. That's protection. The same junk that was going on with the hokey pokey. It really is no surprise. It doesn't matter. We're going to lose the midterms. Who gives a freak at this point? Who cares? It's the same no matter who's in there. Oh man, when the border was open, our bike was shit. They're bringing over 600,000 Chinese over here. We're giving billions to our greatest ally. It's no different. It's just, is it giving the money to the illegal immigrants or giving it to Israel? Which one do you want to do? Is it protect big pharma or protect big ag? It doesn't matter. It's all the same. It is all the same, literally. Conservatives are supposed to hate this stuff. It's crazy to me. I still see people defending it. If your product is safe, prove it in court. If your product is safe, you don't get immunity. You don't need it. And when the government steps in to limit exposure, people assume you're protecting donors. You're protecting big companies. That's the perception. And perception in politics is everything. Here's the uncomfortable question. Is this a one-off? Or is that a part of the pattern? Who gets protected? Who gets shielded? Who gets regulatory favors? And who gets executive carve-outs? You can't run on draining the swamp and then recycle the swamp, going to go back to Lindsey Graham and protecting these big companies. You can't run on anti-corporate capture and then defend corporate immunity. We're watching it. And that's how the fracture begins. Why is it fractured? Not because us black pillars, it's because you're doing the same junk that the left does, just for different people. And let's be real for a question. We've already seen how national security language can be used. Operation Warp Speed, emergency authorizations, intelligence agencies historically involved in public health narratives. We've seen declassified admissions about programs using medical initiatives for intelligence objectives. I talked about this months ago. I forgot that I even talked about this, but one of my guys on X shared this with me the other day. Griff, declassified CIA files reveal chilling blueprint to manipulate Americans' minds through covert drugging with vaccines. I talked about this a while back. I actually showed the actual declassified document on this. I think I did a whole video on it. But again, so we heard the same thing about Jeffrey. That's why Thomas Massey said this. He said it was remember, let me refresh. Oh man, we can't release them because it's a matter of national security. So when people hear national security now, they don't clap. They're flinching because that phrase has been used before to justify things that later did not age well. And that is not a conspiracy. You can call me that. That is called historical memory. And once trust erodes, it doesn't come back easily. Now, people say, man, you turned on Trump. Dude, Trump turned on us. Turn on us. People are like, oh, man, you joined the left. I ain't joining the left. I'm not joining nobody. I'm done with that. This is about holding power accountable because nobody does. If you run on Make America Healthy Again, then you don't get to quietly protect chemical giants without full explanation. Transparency, data, evidence, maybe even an open debate. That's what voters deserve. Because we voted for this. That's what people don't understand. When we vote for something, when you run on something, we vote for it, we expect it to happen. We don't put you there, then all of a sudden you start making decisions for yourself. You got put there by voters because we want you to fulfill obligations that you stated. Because if the movement was real, then it can survive scrutiny, right? It can't. That's why we know the movement wasn't real. MAGA, MAHA, it's not real because it can't survive scrutiny. But if it was just branding, then that's a different conversation. The MAHA voters didn't show up for corporate immunity. They didn't show up for lobbyist crossover. They didn't show up for donor protection. They showed up for health. What they find important. If this is a strategic move, then explain it. If it's a compromise, own it. Just say, yeah, I'm compromised. That'd be much better. I'd rather hear that. But don't gaslight the base with 5D chess memes while protecting billion-dollar chemical companies as well as all the other big pharma and every other company there is that is getting protected. Because the American people are not dumb as Washington thinks. And if you betray the health mandate, you will fracture the movement that put you there. Just did a video on civil war. It's not civil wars. That's what you call consequence. Health is your baseline. I live a lifestyle of preparedness, being a prepared citizen that incorporates training, health, tactics, techniques, gear, living the prepared mindset. I really believe in that style of life. And it's why I created this company. Not because I thought I'd get rich doing it, because it's a bad company to try to get rich in. Because most people don't care about being prepared. But my goal was not that. And my goal was to find like-minded people that live the same lifestyle. And health is baseline, right? You can be a tactician with a firearm, combatives expert, doesn't matter. But if your health is not there, nothing else matters. Just the baseline. Why do you think when you join the military, you got to do a physical, some kind of physical fitness test? Even if you join the freaking Navy, Air Force, doesn't matter. Physical fitness is not. Anytime you try to go to a unit or some kind of new qualification, guess what? You got to pass some kind of physical test because it is the baseline. Cops, firemen, it is the baseline. That's why I take it so serious. I live lifestyle. And you can go check out our website. We've got a ton of stuff. We got supplements. These are made in America. None of that bullshit that'll hurt you. This is the creatine and amino acids. Creatine and amino acids are good post-workout. Amino acids help put those things back into the muscles. Those amino acids back into the muscles help build muscle. Creatine, obviously, proven one of the most studied supplements there is. I like gummies because I'm not a chemist. I don't like be mixing up powders, carrying shaker bottles. I can eat these, and they're actually pretty tasty. And also, if you pre-workout Trigger Pink Mist is also good to take pre-workout. Gummy format, throw it in your gym bag, carry it around, and so on. So anyway, guys, I do appreciate you having me. Let me know your thoughts below. Go check out our website. We got bands. We got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of gear to get you started, workout programs, you name it. I think one of ours is on sale, the Hard to Kill program. So go check that out. And as always, remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Black Scout.
2, 3. 4, 2.